So I'm really, again, so happy to be here, grateful to have you all here with me. And I am now going to introduce, who I don't have to introduce, our Governor, Dan McKee.
Eileen, thank you. And I do want to recognize the staff here at Amos House for continually doing the work they're doing and welcoming us back time and time again to make sure that we use the opportunity to express the need and the efforts that are being made not only at the Amos House but around the state of Rhode Island. And this is just a great place to be able to lay out those those plans. And I do believe in plans, and I believe that we need to have a plan for anything that we want to execute in a way that makes sense. And last time we were here with our Lieutenant Governor, who is clearly one of Sabina's top priorities is housing, and as we transitioned into office, me into the governor's seat, Lieutenant Governor into the Lieutenant Governor's seat, we talked about housing. And we compared our notes, being municipal leaders, about how we know that housing is an important piece in terms of our overall economic health in the state of Rhode Island at many, many different levels, right from the sheltering all the way to fair market value and everything in between. We really need to make sure that we hit every piece, and we're here today to talk about one of those important pieces. I want to thank Robert for being here. We're glad to have see you in Rhode Island. I understand you just ran a marathon. You just told me you ran a marathon, 26 miles, so you must have saw a good part of our state because we're not that big. So thank you for being here. And I can tell you that with HUD and a partnership with them, we're looking to partner with anyone that has the same level of passion in terms of the housing issue as I know you do, and HUD does as well. So we're looking forward to continue that partnership and build on that partnership. You see firsthand every day the urgent need for housing and supports, which is very important as well. It's not just housing, it's the supports, and that's why I admire so much what Eileen and the staff here have done, because you provide the supports. And you provide that link into employment, into jobs, into the work that we know needs to be done. One of the clearest, fastest paths that we could do to help with some of the areas that we have in housing and other areas is through good jobs, good paying jobs, and training to elevate people's incomes. And that's one of my absolute top goals, is to increase incomes throughout the state of Rhode Island. We know that we have partnerships with Crossroads as well, and the Nilo and other area hotels have stepped up to help Rhode Islanders in need during the difficult winter months. We've appropriated dollars last year out of the governor's office to talk about, and late in the game, quite frankly, thinking that there was a plan there. I see Tori here and others on our staff that we actually delegated to this issue, and we appropriated dollars last year to address the short-term needs that we were going to need coming into Thanksgiving, into Christmas, and into New Year's. But we knew that this providing shelter to Rhode Island's, that we're experiencing homelessness in this way was a temporary solution to an issue that required both long-term and short-term solutions. As anticipated, the federal funding from FEMA to provide that hotel shelter is winding down. And we know that it is winding down. That's where the Landlord Challenge comes in. This is an important program that I believe that is going to be part of the plan, as Eileen said, part of the plan. It's an important opportunity for landlords who have available and suitable rental units to step up to the plate and house those families who will be soon transitioning out of hotels and into more permanent housing. This has worked before, and so we're building upon it. Similar programs in 2020 and 21 attracted participating landlords across Rhode Island to provide available rental units to those seeking rental housing. And since this program opened last week, as Eileen said, we've had several hundred inquiries from landlords who want to participate. Landlords will receive a $3,000 signing bonus for the first unit signed on for a one-year lease, and $1,000 for each additional unit. up to $3,000 per unit is available for reimbursement of necessary repairs. The program, when possible, will provide rent for up to 1 year. Part of the rental assistance program, I think I get on a call this afternoon, Tori, with rental assistance, and we are, as other things like vaccinations, #1 in the country, Northeast #1 in the country, and reopening the economy. We're #1 under small states in the allocation of that rental assistance program, and I think about 5th in the country. So we strive to be the absolute best. But this is a program today where everyone benefits, especially in the tight market with urgent housing needs. Landlords will fill units and receive a $3,000 signing bonus for the first unit signed, plus $1,000 each additional unit. And Rhode Islanders will be safely housed. We're asking the General Assembly to pass the budget that we have put in. Our budget includes $250 million for housing. And it also will make good on the promise that I made back in January that we will build out shelter for the coldest day of the year. And I've told Bob, Rhode Island has some cold days, and we want to make sure we're prepared. That $250 million is $90 million to preserve 1,500 affordable housing units. There will be homes for families that earn up to 80% of the area median income. A $25 million grant to buy properties that can be redeveloped into affordable and supportive housing, and $20 million to support workforce housing. The Landlord Challenge is an example of what happens when local, state, and federal leaders collaborate. We make a tangible difference in the lives of Rhode Islanders when we do just that. I'm looking forward to seeing this program take off. This is an opportunity to meet the needs of Rhode Island, and let's embrace it. In addition to that, we are going to have a written plan in the state of Rhode Island. Some people think you can actually manage without plans. You need a plan, and then you need to follow that plan. And you need to make sure that everybody that has an interest in this effort on housing is included as we develop a plan. And that's my promise to each and every one here today, that we will have a plan, and then it will be a plan that we actually can make happen, and we're going to make sure that we provide the resources to make that happen so the people who live in the state of Rhode Island have a place to live, because how can we expect our sons and daughters to stay in the state of Rhode Island here unless they have a place where they can afford to live? Families can have the income to raise their families, and there's an education that supports both the ability to house and the ability to have a strong economy in the family. So thank you for all having me here today.